Hey, this is Shane with the Social Freedom Tribe. I wanted to bring you a video today about surrender and how surrender can actually heal social anxiety. Surrender to me is a mindset that is basically just letting go of control or realizing that you are never in control. So there's like a way that when we start talking to people or we walk up to somebody and say hi, that we kind of realize that there's things that we can control. Like we can we can we can like have more of a higher chance of getting a positive reaction from the person if we start smiling, if we like say hi with like hi, and if we do certain things, there's more likely that we'll get a positive response from the other person. And then there's a way that it's like, it's not always certain that we'll get a positive response from somebody else. So that person can still respond in a negative manner. And I think that with these two dual elements of like, there's things that we can control about to get a certain reaction from somebody, and there's like things that we can't control. And I think that because of the way that there are things that we can't control, and like these are the only things that can really help if we focus on them, or it's the only things that we can really like change, we end up focusing so hard on these things like, oh, I need to control and I need to figure out what I can do to like get a certain reaction, that we kind of forget that this also exists, that this person can actually still respond negatively, and it's not our fault. It's just something that could be going on with them. They could be angry or something like that, about traffic or whatever. It could be something completely not to do with us, but because we're so focused on what are the elements that I can control, it's like, oh, I'm going to blame myself because I'm so focused on like, oh, but I can control, I can do better. And then every single reaction we have from somebody that's like negative, we're just taking the blame and we're taking like this stress and we're taking this hurt because we have the mindset that we need to be in complete control, and like we need to figure out how to always get positive reactions from people. And I think it's really helpful in a way to like actually like focus on the things that we can do, like smiling and being positive and all these things. And at the same time, it is also really helpful to just realize that there's this other element to it where it's not completely in our control. And once we start really adopting that mindset of not everything is in our control, and we can just only do we can only do our best. Everybody can only do their best, and the rest is just up to something else. It's not in our control. And once we like start realizing that there's elements not in our control, we can start relaxing into that and start relaxing into, well, let me just do my best and then just kind of see what happens. And that to me is surrender. Surrender is, I'm going to put this thing out there and I don't know what's going to happen. I had a workshop today and I put myself out there, and it's pretty rough flow and like a rough format and stuff like that because it's still pretty new, and I got some positive feedback and people that are willing to help me and be my teammates in this, because they're like, yeah, it was rough, but I could see some glimmer of some diamonds in there. And I just never would have expected that. I would just expect that I would just keep staying alone in this, and just like, maybe one more participant comes each week or something like that. And I just never know really what happens. But if I just put it out there, then like the elements, if I just focus on the things like that I can control and then just like do those, but then also just keep in my awareness that not everything is in our control, then like these two elements can like really work together, and I can have this mindset of surrender where simultaneously I'm actually doing all of the work that I can to make something happen. It's just that surrender mindset. It just helps me get out of this whole, oh, people's reactions are my fault. I could walk up and hi, somebody's angry, and they respond with, they ignore me, they turn away or something like that. I can be like, what are the things that I did? Well, let's look at those, okay. But then also just let go and be like, it's not all me. It's also this person just like went through a certain day, and I don't have to blame myself. Rather than just like, what did I do? What did I do? I feel hurt. I feel blame, and just like start a downward spiral like that. So really looking at this thing of surrender and like how it can actually like really get us really far in our goals, where like there's a lot of perfectionism meaning like, oh, I can't start something until I'm already a master at it, even though we can't really master anything until we've started it and we just practice it so long that we're a master. Um, like these ways of like perfectionism is like, oh, I need to control everything. I need everything needs to be in my control, and like letting go of that and like being more into a surrendered space is just so much more relaxing, and just being able to do my best and then also like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh well. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you surrender to something outside of yourselves and just feel that relief. Love you guys. Bye.